My hair look like shit? Oh, yep. What's up, YouTube family? We're here at Super-G RC Drift Raceway in Baldwin Park, California at their 2024 Worlds Finals competition. This is a competition that lasts all weekend long and gathers some of the best drifters in the country and even some from other countries to battle it out and see who can take home the title of Best Drifter. We're gonna take a look at the event and check it out and see how everything works. So let's head inside.
What's up, Nick?
Hi, CJ. So as we walk in, we have their shop area, and I think they usually have a mini Z and mini drift track set up in here, but today it's all pit tables for all the competitors. They have 138 people competing this weekend, so there's a lot of people that need to set their stuff up. As we walk through the doorway, you'll find their huge track and even more pit space set up. The track surface is Japanese plastic tile, or P-tile as it's more commonly referred to, and their spec tire is the DS Racing LF3, which is the tire that they will be using for this weekend's competition. They've installed a driver stand for this weekend so that the drivers are able to see all the zones and clipping points. Since it's such a big track, it can be hard to see some of the turns depending on where you stand, so an elevated driving area is helpful to see everything. I'm going to do a little pit walk as I explain some things about the competition process for you. You'll have to register for the competition. This is usually done the day of at the event or pre-registered online. Depends on your local competition, so check with them before signing up. You'll pay the registration fee, and this will usually include some spec tires that you must run for the comp to ensure everyone is on the same tire, making the competition fair to everyone. Here's Team Weld Overdose all the way from Japan to compete with their overdose golems. We have company CEO Atsushi Ito on the left, Takeshi Takahashi or Takeshi, and Ryo Ishii, who has won RCDC in Japan in 2020 and 2023. Here's Ryo's golem, and here's Takeshi's golem. And here's their U.S. teammate on Team Overdose and Team Rolling Garage, Alfredo Chan III. He was actually U.S. Drift King in 2022. On the topic of U.S. Drift Kings, we have 2023 DK, owner of Slide Lines out in Vegas, and one of Alfredo's Tech 1 teammates, Brett Trevino. Brett is also a U.S. sponsored driver for Yokomo. It seems like the Japanese companies are taking more of an interest in the U.S. drivers this year. We have one more U.S. Drift King here, Miko Yang of Team Rev D, D-Style, and Rolling Garage. Miko won in 2020 and is a Rev D U.S. driver using his RDX this weekend. And we have Miko's D-Style teammate, Albert Martinez. During the time I edited this video, he was also announced as a Rev D driver, so congratulations to him. He also paints some killer bodies with Joe Sardina as Bonkai builds. But not this one, he bought this one from Japan. Alright, back to the subject of this video. After registering, your competition may need to have your car tech inspected depending on the rule set. This ensures the weights and measurements of your car complies with the competition rules, and then they'll give you your spec tires at tech. There will usually be some practice sessions before, but then they'll gather all the drivers for a driver's meeting. This is where the judges will explain the track layout and what they're expecting to see out of you in order to get a high score during qualifying, so I would suggest you attend the driver's meeting when they call for it.
Through here. We don't want you like this through here. How I would run it would be just like this.
This is also an opportunity to ask questions about the layout or judging if you have any, so don't hesitate to ask if you need something clarified.
You guys hear that one? He said if you're above the angle or over angled right here at this section right here, will it be a deduction? Yes, it will.
You're just trying to emphasize one section, that's not style.
Yeah, so maybe,
Of course.
Good thing I reminded them to take a group picture. They were about to forget. SDC Finals group pictures are always so crazy. That's a lot of money sitting on the track. Next, they lined up just the regional champs for a picture. These were all the people who collected the most points each round and were points leaders in their region at the end of this year. Here's all 138 competitors in their groups for practice.
The judges are just going to skip you and give you a 0. So I'm just letting you know.
With as many people at this event as there are, they decided to split practice up into groups. This way, there's less people on the track at once, giving everyone a chance to get some good practice in for their runs. Here's Josh and Jordan of Team Rolling Garage and Team Hard Brake practicing some tandems. So while everyone is practicing, I'll explain the zones and points for the track. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 red tees that are inside nose clips. We have a touch and go at this angle here, right into the big sweeper outside zone. You want to be as close to the wall as you can without touching it in these zones. Another one here. This yellow tee, you were given a choice to nose clip it or go all the way out to the wall. Another outside zone, another angle touch and go, and one last outside zone to the finish line. Once practice is over, it's time for your qualifying runs. Remember what was discussed in the driver's meeting, hit all the zones and clipping points the best you can, and keep your fingers crossed for a high score.
Our score is a 76.
Rolling Garage.
And here's a clip of all of our other drivers that were competing this weekend. For this competition, drivers were given 2 qualifying runs, and the best score out of the 2 was taken. After the first runs, Rio from Team Weld Overdose was top qualifier with a score of 91, but due to some miscommunications to him of the rules, his first run score was dropped. After the second runs, our team driver Jordan was able to secure the top score out of 138 drivers, and we were really proud of him and his driving. Here's the TQ's car. Jordan recently switched from a TDP to an RDX, and I guess it's feeling dialed in for him already. Great driving, Jordan. After a long first day at Super-G, we headed over to GGT in Garden Grove to hang out with the owner Keith and to let off some of the seriousness of competition.
Damn, angry. Like, holy shit.
It's not my van.
GGT is a great laid-back track, perfect for hanging out late night with your friends and just getting doors. If you're ever in the Anaheim area, be sure to drop by with a pack of Marlboro Reds for Keith. Now it's back to Super-G for Day 2. Day 2 consisted of all the lower bracket battles. Typically, a bracket has enough for 32 competitors. Your top qualifier will get the top seed position, and the lowest scoring qualifier will seed in the 32nd spot and battle the top qualifier. The second seed will battle the 31st seed, and so on, but since this competition has way more than 32 people, the people whose qualifying scores landed them 32nd qualifier or below will battle it out for the 32nd spot in the top 32 bracket. There were 4 consecutive lower brackets to battle through. As each competitor made their way through their bracket, the overall winner of that bracket would get the bottom seeded spot in the next bracket. So once again, they had some open practice sessions to get the drivers warmed up for battles, but this gets chaotic with so many drivers needing to practice for the lower bracket battles, so eventually they switched to group practice. They also had another drivers meeting, as the rules for contact and crashing would be slightly different for the lower brackets than the top 32 battles. All the clipping points and zones from qualifying would remain the same though.
On the outside of that team. No matter, you can get as close as you want to that.
But let's do a little pit walk while we wait for the battles to start. We saw the Super-G GRK starting to gain popularity this year. I think this car is actually made out of wood. He's from Opposition RC out in Colorado. The driftwell cars are kind of funny this year. I'm not sure that's legal, but I guess it passes tech. Here's a Team Rolling Garage and Team Heartbreak driver, Hector. He's using his top-line belt drive YD2. Hector jumped headfirst into this hobby, and now he's out here competing at finals for the first time. Here's a Yokomo Laurel he got off master builder Josh Cheege. This is Seth all the way from Delaware. This YD2S actually used to be mine before I sold it to him in mid-2023. It's all chromed down now. It looks pretty cool. So everyone is lining up and the battles are starting.
There you go. Take the body back out against the 48 car. There you go. Into the sweeper. Lots of speed, lots of angle. Real with no time close in. Applies that pressure. And then you go over to the sweeper. The train fingers. 1, 2.
After about 5.5 hours of bottom bracket battles, Ryo Ishii came out on top to secure the 32nd spot in the top bracket after 15 battles. Way to go, Ryo. Now it's back to GGT to wind down after sitting through all those battles. This trio of Advent cars was really cool. This top secret S15 reminds me that I should probably paint mine. And this R32 GTR that pulled up was a surprise. It's the final day at Super-G, and it's time for the main event, the top 32 battles. This bracket is stacked with some of the best drivers in the US and international regions, so it should be a good show today. Drivers are utilizing their practice sessions today to practice tandeming with people they could potentially be battling later on. Even the skill level of the driving during practice is at a top level today. There's another tech inspection today, as everyone in the top 32 is starting on fresh tires. Everyone's car weights were recorded from previous days to make sure no drastic changes were made from qualifying.
Put it back 2 over. Hey, look, if you guys look at this camera view, see, it's all man, he's on the line. But the judges say, dude, he's out of bounds. See? So make sure you guys know 2 wheels from down here looks a lot different than up here.
Okay, guys, are there any more questions? There's a few things.
Now that the drivers' meeting is wrapping up, let's go check out the group practice session. Here's RG driver Dr. Hokoki being followed by his establishment teammate Justin Wilming. Wilming has reached second place 2 finals years in a row now. I think he's due for a win here soon. Here's Austin from Tech 1 and RG drifting with Jordan from Team Heartbreak and RG. Practice sessions are wrapping up and it's just about time for the battles to start.
I gotta figure out how to raffle. I was talking about Lexus, how to raffle more stuff faster.
The first battle is already a heater. It's Rolling Garage top qualifying driver Jordan Myers versus Weld Overdose Ryo Ishii, who battled through 93 people to climb out of the lower brackets.
Jordan Myers up front. Team Carpet from NorCal, and I got Rio chasing him down. Team up in Japan. You don't learn to bring off that loop for running that rail. Rio wasting no time to find that pressure. Now, those who bring off that qualifying line. Here he goes switching it up into the inside zone. So the reprocessing gets it to the max. Here goes short by pressure.
Jordan ran a good run, but the judges ruled in favor of Rio. It seems like Rio is unstoppable today. Here's another good battle. 2 DKs and 2 teammates up against each other. We have Overdose's Alfredo in the 400Z and Yokomo's Brett in the Drift Dracula GR86.
Alfredo with the chase. Right in the chase nicely. Alfredo's never that same proximity he was now. Both these guys are just on fire. They don't do this, it happens when they come on to zone 3. Looks like Brett takes off the wall now, goes to the zone 3 very nicely. Alfredo applies that pressure. Both chucks it into the final zone.
Due to some minor mistakes by Brett, Alfredo takes the win. The top 32 event always attracts some of the known media guys in the scene. This is the first year I've tried to document this event, but we have some usuals here today. We have Jonah out here as always. His videos are always so cinematic and we can't wait to see how this year's finals video from him turns out. We got Tyler making some of that scale magic with his camera. His shots always turn out so fire. He really gets in close to capture that scale realism, and he also helped out with some driver interviews for their live stream this weekend. I also spotted Sean Lewis Media out here competing and filming. Must be hard to juggle both. I know I wouldn't want to comp and do all this filming for this video. His videos take more of a raw footage vlog approach, kind of how this video is.
Without affecting the chase car or causing any type of damage to yourself. So going into zone 1.
And I also saw Adam from the RC Drift Talk podcast from all the way out in Oregon here this weekend getting some shots too. I was on the podcast back in July, so be sure to listen to that. It was a fun time where we talked about the past, present, and future of RC drifting. You might see this interview end up on his YouTube channel. We made it to the final battle, Japan versus Texas. After 2.5 hours of top 32 battles, it all comes down to this.
Rio also putting it down. Neither driver has lost a single battle. Here we go. Coming into the zones.
Been insane, but congratulations to Rio.
After battling 21 times, Ryo Ishii from Overdose is crowned the 2024 US Drift King. Time to hand out these trophies.
was able to secure TQ over 138 drivers. Congratulations to Jordan from Team Arbor.
Real quick, I gotta give you a note. All the trophies has a little something on top. So Donut Media is kicking in $200 gift card to TQ here. So it is $200 from Donut Media here.
So in third place, we have Jason from Team Super-G. Jason, well earned, well fought, all weekend. Good qualifier. In second place, we have Inocencio from Team RCO. Amazing driving. Never lost points all weekend. Congratulations, Inocencio. And in first place, well known, well heard of, congratulations to Rio from Team Well. Amazing driving all weekend. Rio won 21 battles straight to get himself first place. Fought through the entire lower bracket.
Live.
Hello, Japan.
We get it.
This year's finals was huge, and I know firsthand now as a shop owner how much it takes to organize something like this, so big shout out to Joey Tam and Steve Fujita, the owners of Super-G, and all their employees who helped out this weekend. After a long comp weekend, everyone headed over to GGT to decompress and talk about how everything went for them.
Oh, he's done, okay.
Takeshi and Rio decided to take Carl's LP86 for a spin. Near the end, Jonah stopped by after finals to get some bonus footage. I bet you've never seen him actually drive an RC drift car, huh? Even though I didn't compete this year, it was a fun event. Whether you're thinking about starting to compete yourself or you're one of the ones that competed at finals this year, remember that this is still a hobby for all of us in the end. Turning your hobby competitive can be less fun for some people, and any hobby should be fun, or what's the point of doing it? So make sure you're still having fun with RC drifting, whatever you decide to do with it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some bonus content after this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I got some Mitch-Spec stickers loaded on our website now if you want to support the channel. I'll leave a link to these in the description down below. See you guys later. I know.
Coming out of zone 2, you're going to need, it's a capital T, but it's a lowercase sign.
You gotta remember, these guys.
Over an angle, the J starts going to have to back off and then they catch up.
Wrapping it up, she does not stop.